Hello, my sunflowers. How are you at the first of the year? Again, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 be nothing but a blessing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, we hope and wish that you would subscribe to us. And we're trying to reach that 3,000. And you know, when we reach the 3,000, we're going to go 4,000 and 5,000. But nevertheless, we hope that you subscribe. Yes.
Like.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Support.
I don't know why I had freezer burn. I don't know. My brain went. But nevertheless, please subscribe and like us. And if you get this far now in our videos, then that means you like us.
Yes.
Show us.
Thank you.
Thumbs up. Subscribe.
Yes. Become a sunflower.
Sunflowers. Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic. I hope you having a glorious day. And I hope you have a good dinner, a good lunch, or a good breakfast, or a good snack whenever you find this video. And if you do find it, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't. And by all means, please, if you have something to say about it, leave a comment. So today, we're just going to chit chat. We haven't did it in a while. Sometimes it just don't have a lot of stuff going on. Do it, baby Crone.
No, we do not.
But what we got to talk about now, baby Crone?
First, we're going to be talking about what happened at the Golden Globes recently.
Well, let me say this. What I did hear about was Kylie Jenner being snubbed by Demi Moore. First of all, I just don't believe that Demi Moore would snub her. It just would seem she probably was all excited what's going on. And you know, Kylie is sitting there and she probably not even paying no attention to Kylie. I don't even think it was that. It may look that way. I mean, it's an oversight, but I don't think it was maliciously done. It could have been. It just didn't seem like it would have been appropriate at that moment.
Right.
It seemed like it would have just been an oversight. What you have to say, baby Crone?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure what exactly Demi Moore would have had to snub Kylie over or diss her over. Especially because since they are.
I mean, she ain't trying to date. She ain't trying to date Timothy. You know what beef she have? You know, she an old head. She ain't trying to deal with that. But anyway, Demi Moore gave us a speech, a thank you speech. I don't know what I think about that speech. This is what I can say. I don't understand the speech, but I don't know where it came from, because back in the 90s, Demi Moore was the girl. She was the actress of actress. She played in Ghost. She played, I can't even, she played in the one where you shave your head. She played in so many movies. I can't even. She was the girl. She was the it girl at one time. So when she married Ashton Kutcher, because she even married the guy, I can't even think of his name right now, the action he played in Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
His name is slipping me.
Yeah, right. You used to have real good memory, baby Crone. But I can't think of his name right now. Sorry, baby Crone. But he got this mental sickness right now. But she was married, Bruce Willis, thank you. She was married to Bruce Willis, and they were the couple at one time. They broke up. She went with Ashton Kutcher. They broke up. She went through her thing with alcohol, maybe drugs, I don't know, allegedly. And the next thing I know, she's giving a speech. Girl, you was always it. I never know her not to be. Sometimes they streak away. When she played G.I. Jane, and when she played G.I. Jane, I mean, she was just that girl, you know. She was the actress. So I don't know about what that speech was. Maybe you felt like you didn't get it, but girl, you was the it girl at one point. That's all I gotta say about
actually,
that.
We just saw Demi Moore sitting at the actress table with Zendaya.
She was it. She was a big actress at one point.
Angelina Jolie.
Mhm.
I'm forgetting some of the other actors.
And I loved her. I mean, she was up there with one of my top actors.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her and still do. And when her name show up in a movie, I'll look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I would even go see her in a movie because I know how good of an actress she is. So I don't know why she's saying that. I don't know. Maybe she felt, I mean, she was growing up, she was coming up in Hollywood during a time where it was still feminism and you know, it was a different time back in the 90s and the 2000s. It was a different time. So we're long past that. That's almost 25 years ago. Well, it is 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so many things have changed between now and then.
Yes.
You know,
it's actually crazy to think about when you do think about how long the 2000s were.
I mean, 25 years ago, you better not get up on stage and twerk. Are you kidding me? Oh no, 25 years ago? No. Especially wearing see-through. No. Different time.
Yeah,
different
you guys,
time.
Yeah, they were just coming out of your generation, which was also just coming out of a generation that was pretty much just.
And you weren't even born. And you weren't even born.
No, I wasn't. But speaking of people,
before we go on, they have a new name for the generation now. You got
really?
it? I thought you knew. They have a new name.
I know. I remember the last generation was Alpha.
No, they have another name for the generation that's coming now. I forgot the name. I thought baby knew it. Sorry, I'll get it for you. But they do have a name for this other generation. You're looking for it?
Yes.
Okay, so while you're looking for that, what do we want to chat about?
Here we go.
Oh, you got it?
Mm-hmm. Generation Beta.
Beta, that's it. Generation Beta.
Testing.
I don't even know what that means. What is beta?
It's a good question.
You know what beta? It has something to do with science.
Right, it is.
Is it a form of mental beta?
Usually it's something that's less dominant because usually alpha is what's dominant.
So it's beta. It's something, they kind of like dull. Beta?
Okay. Oh, I do like this. That is true. Yes. Like you said, something about slowing down, because here it says it relates to beta decay, which is basically things that are like radioactive and they are discharging their material. So therefore the beta symbolizes the type of particle that's being ejected, which usually causes low levels of energy.
Babe, you know what? Nobody know what the hell you say. Can you just stop talking college and just say beta is and bring it down to the common denominator?
Okay, beta is low energy.
Thank you.
Yes.
The heck was that? My brain was going talking about.
That's radio.
That's the education over there.
Yes.
Okay.
But speaking of my generation and speaking of generations, something good that is in the news though is that Zendaya and Tom Holland are allegedly engaged. Yes, I'm so glad to see that they're happy and that they're still together.
The short man and the giant.
That's pretty much their dynamic. Honestly, it's great to see because that is one relationship you don't see much in the public.
What do you mean? Oh, see them about?
Yeah, going on dates, ever talking about each other, posting about each other.
They've been together for a while. However, from what I'm gonna do a reading on them.
Okay.
However, I heard that they're not getting married anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
To me, that's so goofy. I don't know. That's so.
At least they're committed to each other.
Well, I can understand that, but I don't know. I mean, if you get engaged, you're engaged for a year. If you're not going to get married within the next year, then why get engaged? But then that's me. You're right. That's just a symbol. What I know. What do I know?
Hey, especially especially
Y'all got a generation called beta, so I don't know.
Hey, listen, if your partner just happens to be busy out there and they just happen to be surrounded by the opposite sex and they happen to see the ring, they could be like, oh, this person is taken, sense of possessive, controlling in a healthy way, But but speaking of something that is not healthy, or speaking about trying to respect their boundaries, Rihanna, surprisingly, speaking of red carpets and events, does not want to rock the same red carpet as the Kardashians at the Met Gala this year.
She's trying to blackball them, the whole family, because I think she have a feud with Kylie. Not Kylie. What's her name? Kendall. I think. I'm not sure. But what do you think is going to become of that?
Honestly, Rihanna is a big time name out there. And honestly,
so is Kendall, though.
Yeah, but the last few years, the Kardashians have been showing up sloppily. At least the Kardashians. Maybe if they keep the Jenners, because in personally opinion, Kim hasn't been looking that great on the red carpet these last couple years. So if she could just find her way out the
Santa baby, I gotta do you all right.
That was a fever dream.
Santa baby, exactly. Girl, that girl is too many things.
She is.
She have offended so many people with that one. Okay, they like, what the heck is going on with her?
What the heck is right?
Santa baby. She sang that, and I guess she said. I looked at the video. It didn't make sense. It was so chaotic. I don't know if it was what's going on in her head or. It was saying a lot, really, honestly. It
was so much.
It was so much going on. I didn't even understand. Is this her life? Is this her life, her past? Is it what she's seen, what she experienced? I don't know. It was saying so much. If you look at it, it's really have a message. What it is, it's chaos.
Yes.
That I don't know what, but I do know it's chaotic. And I don't know, she's crawling into different mohifs of different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
She's crawling her way into one scenario after the other.
Resilient, like a cockroach.
Like a cockroach. Yes.
Anyway, speaking of other people in the media, Drea Michelle, weirdly enough, is comparing herself to Mariah Carey.
Yes. I don't agree, Drea, because Mariah, first of all, is wealthy. Mariah have 2 children by Nick. She's not trying to have a baby by a man to trap him. She's not trying to do that. She don't need him like that. And she's older than you. And I feel as though her man is like 40. He's like a few years. Your man is like what, 20? 15? Yeah. That's a big difference. So I don't think you should compare yourself with Mariah.
No.
On no level. On no level. And the man that Mariah is dating is 40 or will be 40. The man that you had a baby by, what was he, 12?
Exactly.
What was he? 21, 22?
Let's see.
Come on. You can't compare. I don't know why she bothered.
I don't know sometimes with Drea.
However, they do say that Drea have a giraffe neck. I think Drea is
2 years old.
See? I think, and how old is Drea? And
39.
I think
a 17-year difference.
That's what I'm saying. And that's not Mariah. Mariah, friend, is she's whatever, 50 something, and he 40. So that's not that bad. She 45, 55?
Yes, 55.
She's 55 and he's 40. So what that make them?
40 and 55, that would be a 15-year difference.
15-year difference if did they say he was 40?
I'm about to see if I can find his name.
I think his name was 40. I think his name was 40. I think he's 40 years. So I think it was 15 years. And even if it is 15 years, he's 40 years old. He an old head. You got the You're robbing the cradle of an infidel. He's young. He still need the sincere milk of his mother. But you done took her place, I'm sure.
Yes. She was dating someone named Brian. However, they did.
Who is she?
Mariah Carey.
Oh, they broke up?
Yep, in December of 2023. So I'm not sure if she's...
No, this is a new boyfriend.
Oh, a new boyfriend.
Yeah, this is someone new. This is someone new that they showed her with. Yeah.
Well, I cannot find that information at the very moment.
Yeah, I seen it somewhere on TV. And what's her name? Drea commented.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nevertheless, I don't think that you compare yourself with Mariah. I don't think that's a fair comparison at all. Because Mariah don't look like Mariah having any more children. She have her twins, her boy and her girl by Nick, and she's done. I'm almost sure of it. So
next in media news, we have Shawnee allegedly.
Oh yes, apparently Shawnee is divorcing. What's her husband?
Keon Henderson.
Are you shocked?
No.
Are you shocked? Are you? Don't be. Because the moment that she found out, when she found out all the stuff going out, he been hanging out with Delitla and then TD Jakes and all of this. And I just saw him as a shyster, somebody out for that money. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he don't believe in God. And I'm not saying he don't believe in Jesus Christ. Who am I to judge that? But what I am saying, that don't have nothing to do with him being a crooked businessman.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to be holy, supposed to be one thing, and being a thing is two different things. That just remind me of Kirk Franklin. Now, when Kirk Franklin gets out there and he gyrating in Jamaica with his white pants, so that's just who Kirk Franklin is. When he hear the music, it's like a fever. Who's like that? You know anybody like that?
Mama Crone.
Could I be in the store?
Yes.
Where could I be?
Anywhere. It could be in the cafeteria, at the mall.
If they play something I like, what happens?
Yes, could be in the beauty store.
Am I faking it?
No, could be sitting in the car as I'm driving and just turn up the music and be like, hey. I'll sing. Yes.
It's just something about music that moves 100%. Me. That moves me. And obviously he's got that bug. Mm-hmm. And so when he's dancing, I think that he be dancing off of those demonic spirits. When he looking freaky, he dancing off of lust. When he's looking, I just think that he's just getting all that stuff out of him. And when he go up on that stage, I think he giving you everything he got. Mm-hmm. And whatever spirit enter, I think he release it in the universe. I do. I think that the church people, y'all make it so hard to be a Christian with your rigid ways. Please. You do. Please stop being so rigid and judgmental and just have a heart. The man is just dancing.
Right.
He ain't stripping off. He ain't rip off his shirt and pull off his pants. He's not doing all that, is he? No. I don't know. I hope not. And Henderson, he's just a businessman. And I don't know. I didn't even see that marriage working anyway. And I could tell that Shawnee feels a little embarrassed. It's embarrassing because they haven't really been married that long. And when they was acting, she had her head down. I guess she found out some things about him that says this is not going to work. I guess she found out that he's a businessman.
Got you.
Anything else?
Yes. The next thing that we have to talk about is speaking about business. Allison, the widow of now Twitch boss, who's had...
I already had a problem with this woman.
Yes.
I already had a problem with her way back then. And now she wants to come out. I don't know Twitch.
Right.
I don't know. But this is what I do know. This is who he married. Mm-hmm. So he get what he get. In the grave, under the grave, out of the grave. wherever. This is what he married. This is who he chose to have his children by. So whatever go down, I feel sad for his family.
Yes.
Because now she's making him out to be a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's saying it's more to the story than what it was. I heard their marriage was on the rock. I heard this. That's who he married. That man is dead.
2 years now.
And he can't come back and tell us nothing. All he could tell us is the residue. He can't even come back and say such and such shot me in the head. Can't even do it. Say why?
Why?
Because he didn't speak it.
Got you.
If he had did that, and then the universe would have had a snapshot of it.
That's true.
Because there's no snapshot.
Right.
How he's going to do it. Like people always come to me and say, could you read on somebody's dead and tell me what they feel? They have no feelings. All I'm doing is picking up on an imprint of a residue of what they have already left. Like a picture, like when you're looking at a motion picture, right? Mm-hmm. It looks real and everything looks real when you're looking at it, right? But when you turn the picture off and you come back to that picture 5 years later, you're not saying, hey, can you put that over there? Right. You can't do. That's the same thing it is. They can't give you something that they wasn't a part of. They can only give you, the dead can only, and believe me, they can only give you what they left as.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If they didn't tell you where the money was when they was living, then they certainly not going to come back and tell you where the money is when they're dead.
That would just be against their spirit.
It wouldn't even, it just, they are no longer a part of, they have crossed the tunnel. They have gone into another dimension. Mm-hmm. They are no longer a part of this one. Their souls have soldiered on somewhere else. They have evolved. They moved on. It's the process of life. I say this all the time. This is why if I'm doing a reading, if they come into me, or I can tap in more to the living than the dead. Why? Because I don't want them lingering around wanting to come through me at any God-given time because that residue want to be heard, or I don't need that. So this is why I don't do it.
Yeah, I totally get that.
You know, it's just like anything. If you knew someone was giving out $100, mm-hmm. You knew right now, if you go up to McDonald's and they was giving everybody $100, they would have everybody and their mama around looking for $100, right? Mm-hmm. Well, that's how it is with the spirit. If they know that you're willing to go in there, then I'll have everything around in the woods of where I live trying to get in. One day I came in and I said, what was his name? Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And at that moment, that's when I was like, okay, he was polite.
Yeah, he was.
And at least I knew that. And he told me anarchy, and I stick to it today. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm like, I will not know. It's not that I'm afraid, but I don't want that. I'd rather tap into the living versus the dead. It's not that I won't do it, but not to go and just say how you feel, or
especially when they're not here to defend themselves.
They can't come back. You're asking me to ask the residue. That's like me asking the snow, are you going to come back next year? It doesn't work that way. I think that we gotten too mixed up with movies.
Mm-hmm. Movies definitely have.
And a lot of charlatans and fake people out there fake a lot. Mm-hmm. But the real people will be tapping in. And people that do it, it's only a moment they can tap in. And they can only give you what they have. You notice not now one say, oh, unless that was a picture and it was behind or whatever, and it was meant outside of that, they're not going to say, hey, come back, this is where the money is. Mm-hmm. This is where the money resides. No. No. But they will tell you things that you know and that you experience.
Right.
Or something like that, Or if you have a doll, and let's say inside the doll it was something, they may say something like the doll.
Okay.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the end of that. I just had to go in on that because I just see how people think. I don't even know what led me in it, but I went there. Was it too much?
No, it wasn't. That's actually a good question. Oh, talking about Twitch, not reading on
Right, Twit. That's what. Right. For those reasons. So now that we've gone with that, can we finish it
Yes, the
on
last
something light? On something light.
I think this is like just the Kardashians.
That's light.
Yeah.
I did like their what is it?
Their season 6 trailer.
I thought it was, but they look like old money.
They did look like
they not
money.
Old money. They new money.
Exactly.
But they look like old money, and it looked like a soap opera.
Yes, which Baby Crone got to experience some soap operas.
I had to show her what the no. It's so corny, but it was a space and time. Now they have reality TV that's scripted, but they look like it looked like a soap opera. So I don't know what this is going to be about. However, if they're not going to get into their lives, which they're not, if they losing it. If they were to just get into some real stuff, they could rise up. But they ain't wanting to do that no more.
At this point,
they too rich. They like, why give ourselves at this point? We don't have to sell our souls, our guts. We'll give them this. And we don't want that. We want it all.
Exactly.
We want it all. Mm-hmm. We want to see the pimple on your back. Yes. We want to know it all. You went to the past, you got your past. What did they say? You know, are you pregnant, boy or girl? We want to be in it, you know, because that's the way it was. You got some animal blood transfused in you. When? And now you done took all that away. And now you're giving us the shell of the Kardashians and saying we don't want to do that anymore, which I get it. I do. But if you don't want to do that, then that's when you have to say kiss and say goodbye, because that's what we want.
Yeah,
you know, and we're not just wanting it from you. We're wanting it from all reality TV, because it's getting stale. Because everybody is making money and starting to decide what they're not going to do, and it's losing its appeal. So we want the real deal. Is that what's going on?
Yes, because at this point, I'm pretty convinced that they're not going to address Diddy whatsoever.
And they should. And also, it is alleged, I don't know how true it is, that Kim Kardashian has worn an ankle monitor or is wearing one. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know. That's what I heard. And it was good to see Kylie Jenner show up at the thing with Timothy.
Yes.
And
even though they didn't.
I don't see, to me, they just seem like an odd couple.
They are odd.
They're just odd. They don't look right together to me.
Never
to me. Beginning. Is that for you?
Mm-hmm,
he looked too timid. And he may not be. I'm not saying the man is timid at all. But then with that little peaky little mustache.
Bro, get rid of that mustache.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know. That's what it looked like, peach fuzz. I don't know. But maybe it's a new look.
Yeah, maybe
you know, it's the thin look like men used to wear a long time ago. So I do get where you're going with it. It is good. It is good in that sense. But Kylie just looks too old. She's a pretty woman.
She is, but she does look older than her age.
She does look old. He look a little boy compared to her, and they just look too
that mustache
different.
Didn't age him anymore.
It didn't age him at all. But anyway, that's who they with. I wish them the best. I do. Yeah. I do. Everybody deserve love. You know, even weed one day, baby Crone.
Yes. Did you hear about the rumor on the street how she I'm not sure if she's pregnant or if people
she is not. She is not pregnant. I knew she wasn't pregnant. I did that in the reading. She's not pregnant. If that's not if she get pregnant, that ain't nothing but a try to hold on to them. I would be so disappointed in her. I would. Because that wouldn't even make sense.
No, it really wouldn't.
It wouldn't make sense at
It didn't
this
even
point.
make sense when I heard it. I was like, what? No.
And I said, I did a reading on that. So no, I don't think that's it. But nevertheless, is there anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
That's it. That's our quick recap. That's what we got. We hope you enjoyed it. That's all that's out there. Anything else is other than the Diddy and Diddy and Jay-Z and Beyonce and Blue and that. And we talk about that all the time.
Yes.
So we ain't got nothing else to tell you. That's all we got. We hope you enjoyed it. Even if you just sit down and listen to some little Gip Gap news. Just a little bit of what was going on.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, we did.
Well, with that being said, you know what we say?
Yes.
Sunflowers.